In the faint light of my home office, the flickering illumination from the computer screen created shadows on the weary creases on my face. Being a YouTube content maker, my life had turned into a tornado of editing, filming, and trying to keep up with the mysterious algorithm. But I didn't realize that my commitment to my job would eventually cause problems in my relationship. It started on a chilly winter evening when the frigid wind shook the windows, reflecting the icy quiet that had come between my wife, Emily, and myself. The light from her phone lit up her face as she looked through social media, her eyes showing a mix of disappointment and despair. "Chris, we have to have a conversation," she eventually stated, shattering the cold stillness. Her voice had a significant impact that caused my stomach to churn with excitement. I had no idea that this talk would change our lives so significantly. While she talked, her comments were crisp and direct, each sentence emphasizing the sacrifices she believed she had made for our relationship. She longed for the late-night talks, the unplanned weekend trips, and the small joys that used to characterize our relationship. All of that was dominated by my constant chase for success on YouTube. At that instant, a feeling of uncertainty took root in my head. Was my commitment to my channel really worth the price of my marriage? The seriousness of the issue struck me suddenly, and I came to the disturbing awareness that I needed to make a change, not only for my channel but also for my marriage. In a last-ditch effort to improve what remained of our relationship, I made a daring choice. I chose to reduce my workload to make a statement to Emily. The fundamental bond we shared was fading, and I couldn't stand the thought of losing her. The days that came after were a chaotic exploration of self-discovery and contemplation. I struggled with the dread of failure, the uncertainty of the future, and the understanding that achieving success on YouTube should not harm the relationships with the people I cared about. As I cut back on my video production time, I started to appreciate the basic pleasures in life again. Like having a dinner together, taking a peaceful stroll in the park, and seeing Emily's grin. The uncertainty of whether my effort would be sufficient to repair what was damaged motivated me to work on improving our connection. Gradually, the cold barriers started to melt, and the warmth of our love came back. The anticipation turned into optimism, and the emotional ups and downs we had experienced began to stabilize. I discovered that in trying to make a point to my wife, I unintentionally discovered something deep about myself. That prioritizing love and connection is more important than constantly chasing success. The effect of my choice reached more than just our home and had an impact on my audience. When I shared my challenges and the changing experience I was going through, the reaction from my audience was really strong. Many others shared their personal experiences of managing the fine line between enthusiasm and personal connections, and it was clear that my openness resonated with those encountering similar difficulties. The exciting process of fixing my relationship with Emily played out in front of the public. Viewers eagerly anticipated news on our progress, transforming my personal story into a source of motivation for those dealing with similar challenges. The bond I formed with my audience grew stronger as we together delved into the intricacies of chasing aspirations while maintaining love and connection. Meanwhile, Emily and I kept working on improving our relationship, dealing with the challenges of healing and personal development. Our shared experiences and new understanding strengthened our bond more than before. We discovered how to talk more honestly, understanding the importance of compromise and the joy of supporting each other's goals. The tension peaked when, after months of thinking deeply and working hard, Emily amazed me with an idea that connected my passion with our mutual ambitions. She proposed working together on a set of videos that highlighted our process of rediscovery, mixing personal stories with common themes of love, sacrifice, and strength. The idea of collaborating not only thrilled me, but also represented a peaceful blending of our separate worlds. As we worked on this production together, the emotional impact of our tale connected with audiences around the world. The tension turned into a shared celebration of love, strength, and the recognition that achievement could be significant without compromising the fundamental principles that shaped our humanity. Ultimately, the choice to reduce work hours was a crucial moment in our lives. A moment that reshaped our understanding of success, love, in the balance between personal goals and mutual objectives. The moving and tense experience resonated with our audience, and most significantly, it confirmed the lasting power of love under challenging situations. During the good and bad times, unexpected changes, the process of making up for past mistakes happened not only in our partnership but also in the hearts of people who saw our progress. It showed how being open and honest can bring to change, how people can bounce back from difficulties, and how one choice may greatly affect our life. As the last scene in our joint video series went to black, it signified not only the conclusion of a story, but the start of a new phase filled with optimism, development, and the lasting strength of love. The achievement of our joint initiative on YouTube showed how genuine our story was. Viewers appreciated the genuine feelings, openness, and noticeable development that took place on screen. The series provided hope for those dealing with the difficulties of combining passion and personal connections, showing that it was feasible to manage both effectively via open conversation and mutual understanding. As the feedback and supportive remarks came in, Emily and I felt a fresh sense of direction, not just in our partnership, but also in our own goals. The experiences we captured on camera and shared became a source of support for others dealing with similar challenges. It felt like our tale had gone beyond the internet world, impacting people's lives in ways we had never thought possible. The tension that previously existed in our relationship changed into a feeling of excitement about what was to come. The new equilibrium between business and personal life enabled me to keep producing material without giving up the valuable time with Emily. Our joint videos developed into a series that delved into different facets of relationships, personal development, and the chase for aspirations, connecting with a continuously expanding viewership. Nevertheless, the trip had significant difficulties. The attention on our connection attracted both praise and close examination. We experienced the challenge of preserving the fragile equilibrium we had established, while staying authentic to ourselves and our audience. The ups and downs of emotions persisted, but now we confronted them together, strengthened by the knowledge we had gained. As the seasons shifted, the dynamics of our life also changed. The formerly cold winds of dissatisfaction changed into a gentle breeze of common hopes and goals. Emily and I started working together, not just in our personal lives, but also in creating content. Our joint work extended beyond the original series, branching out into several projects that delved into the connection between passion, love, and personal development. The uncertainty that initially surrounded my decision to reduce employment had developed into a story of strength, affection, and the quest for a balanced existence. It turned into a strong example of the concept that success didn't have to come at the expense of others, and that following one's interests could be balanced with a satisfying personal life. Over time, our YouTube channel kept growing successfully, not just as a source of fun, but also as a community formed around shared experiences and mutual development. The decision to reduce work hours, which was originally disconcerting, paved the way for a life filled with accomplishments in both career and personal aspects. In the last scene of our story, Emily and I stood side by side, looking at the camera with smiles that showed the real happiness we had discovered. The tension had disappeared, replaced by a feeling of satisfaction and the understanding that our journey, while special, connected with the common wish for a fulfilling existence. Our journey had completed a full cycle, and as we welcomed the new adventures that awaited us, we appreciated the love, development, and shared experiences that had changed our lives in ways we had never expected. The impact of our adventure went beyond the digital world. Requests to present our narrative at conferences and gatherings came in abundantly, giving us the opportunity to interact with individuals in person and see the direct effect of our experiences. While we toured to several locations, we met people who told us about how our videos had inspired changes in their lives. It was a humbling event, a reminder of the significant impact that human stories can have worldwide. One very noteworthy occasion was a speaking opportunity at a conference focused on creativity and innovation. While on the stage, in front of a varied crowd eager for motivation, we shared the ups and downs of our relationship and the growth of our YouTube channel. The room was filled with laughter, understanding nods, and some tears as our story was told. During the question and answer session that followed, a member of the audience courageously came forward and explained how our experience had inspired them to reconsider their own priorities. The strong emotional bond was noticeable, supporting the idea that storytelling may bring people together, overcome obstacles, and encourage beneficial transformations. The effects of our teamwork went beyond online and real-world environments, prompting us to discover new ways to exhibit creativity. We explored writing together, publishing a shared memoir that captured both the positive and negative aspects of our experience, providing a more profound understanding of the weaknesses that influenced our development. Over time, the YouTube environment changed, and our channel kept adjusting to the new trends. What began as a personal project had turned into a place for important discussions, self-improvement, and creating a community. Our viewers, who were previously unknown individuals on the opposite side of the screen, had become an international support system connected by common beliefs and life events. The uncertainty that first surrounding my choice to reduce employment had transformed into a tale of strength, affection, and the deep influence of being genuine. Our joint endeavors not only improved our relationship, but also served as a source of hope for those dealing with the challenges of modern life. During the peaceful times between shooting and editing, Emily and I thought about the amazing adventure we had experienced together. We were amazed by the surprising twists, the obstacles we managed to conquer, and the pleasant surprises that life had given us. The choice to reduce work, done to show something to my wife, has turned into a story of common goal, development, and the lasting strength of love. Standing at the edge of a new beginning, the decision that used to be disturbing now felt like a guiding force, leading us towards a life that combined passion and connection. The impact of our story continued to exist not only in the digital records of our YouTube channel, but also in the memories of people who had accompanied us on this significant journey. And as we kept making material, exchanging experiences, and welcoming the unfamiliar, we were thankful for the constant backing of a community that had become a crucial part of our life. Our story ended with us facing a choice between different opportunities rather than being unsure of what to do. The insights gained from our journey influenced the concepts that guided our decisions as people and partners. The decision to reduce work hours, which was first disturbing, has evolved into a life philosophy focused on balance, authenticity, and forming meaningful relationships. Our YouTube channel had developed into a lively community where people shared their successes, challenges, and the joy of living a life that valued both passion and connections. The tradition we had established extended more than just the number of subscribers and views. It was proof of the significant impact of being open, strong, and brave enough to balance personal and professional goals. As we kept making material, we looked into other paths that matched our common beliefs. Workshops, internet classes, and partnerships with like creators broadened the scope of our message. The decision to reduce work, which was originally met with doubt, now seemed like a fortunate coincidence, sparking a life that went beyond what was expected. Our memoir, a written account of our experience, became quite popular, connecting with readers worldwide who were looking for motivation during difficult times. Our storyline became a guiding light for others seeking a way to balance passion, purpose, and relationships. During the peaceful times, Emily and I thought about the deep influence that storytelling had on our lives. Choosing to reveal our vulnerabilities to the public not only deepened our bond, but also had a widespread impact on many people's lives. Our YouTube experience had turned into a real-life example, showing that being genuine can have a beneficial impact. As we considered what was ahead, the tension in our story had transformed into a feeling of satisfaction. The decision that was previously troubling has resulted in a life filled with accomplishments in both work and personal life. Our partnership had not just survived the challenges, but had become stronger, strengthened by the knowledge gained over the journey. In the intricate fabric of life, the elements of our story were integrated into the broader account of human existence. The end of this chapter didn't signify a finish, but rather the continuing of a journey driven by passion, love, and the strong sense that meaningful connections were the real gauge of success. As we encountered the unfamiliar experiences that were coming our way, we did it with appreciation for the exceptional group of people who had become a significant part of our life. The decision to reduce labor, which was first disturbing, has taken us to a place we never expected, where our shared experiences have touched the hearts of people worldwide. And thus, with a feeling of determination, a heart filled with thankfulness, and a dedication to being genuine, we entered the next phase of our lives. A phase influenced by the changing influence of love, the chase of interests, and the lasting impact of a narrative that demonstrated, most importantly, that the process is just as significant as the outcome.